hello students. So our next topic is cardiac cycle. So where do cardiac cycles starts? How it starts? Initially the heart, both the atrium and both the ventricles will be in a relaxed state. Right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium and left ventricle. All these four will be in a relaxed state. We call it as diastole state. So initially what happens is when they are in a diastole state, the valve, the tricuspid valve which is present here, this is tricuspid valve and this will be bicuspid valve, and there will be other valves also which are semilunar valves which are present at the opening of right and left ventricle. This is semilunar valve. This is also semilunar valve. So what happens? Initially there is no pressure in the heart because both arteries and atrium and ventricles are in diastole state. So now initially the blood from the vena cava. So this is the vena cavas. The blood from the vena cava and in the left side blood from the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein will directly flow into the ventricles through atrium because initially there is no pressure. The tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve are in open state. So they normally blood flows from atrium into the ventricles. As an action potential starts at sinoatrial node, there will be an action potential started at sinoatrial node. It will move till the atrioventricular node. So it will move till the atrioventricular node. As it passes from sinoatrial node to atrioventricular node, there will be a stimulus which contracts both the atrium, and we call that as atrium systole. Systole is nothing but contraction. So initially first step is atrium systole. As both contracts, the blood flow from the atrium into the ventricles increases by 30%. As normally the blood also flows in a normal state, but now as it contracts, the blood flow will be increased by 30%. As the blood flows and gets filled up in the ventricles, the pressure in the ventricles increases now. So because of that pressure, now this tricuspid and bicuspid valves will close to avoid the backflow of blood from ventricles into the atrium. As the pressure getting increased in the ventricles, now this semilunar valves, initially the semilunar valves are closed. Now this semilunar valves will open. The semilunar valves will open, and here it will be pulmonary. This semilunar valve in the right side will guard the pulmonary artery and it will guard the aorta. So now the semilunar valves open. The impulse from atrioventricular node will come from inside and emerge out at this junction, ventricular junction called bundle of His. So this is bundle of His. Bundle of His. From there, through Purkinje fiber, it will just supply to the whole ventricular muscle. So now this ventricular systole happens, means which is nothing but ventricular contraction happens. So our next step is ventricular systole. As the ventricular systole happens, the atrium gets relaxed. So that is atrium diastole, which is nothing but the ventricular systole and atrium diastole will occur simultaneously at the same time. Yeah. When the semilunar valves open, the ventricle contracts, the blood from the ventricles enters into pulmonary artery and aorta. And now the pressure increases in this pulmonary artery and aorta. To avoid the backflow into the vein, these semilunar valves will close. So again the cycle repeats. It will take to lungs and body parts, and the cycle will again it will be repeated. Now the sounds. Yes, when the first tricuspid and bicuspid valve closes, no, it gives a sound called lub, and when the semilunar valves will close, the sound will be dub. So the successive lub dub sound indicates one cardiac cycle. So now, how much time it takes to finish a cardiac cycle? So it will take approximately 0.8 seconds. And if you consider it for a minute, on average, we will calculate it as 72 times per minute. So this is the time which is required for a cardiac cycle, and this is the 72 times per minute on average. So the amount of the volume of blood which comes out of heart in single cardiac output, single cardiac cycle, is called stroke volume. We call that as stroke volume, which is nothing but 70 ml. So by multiplying stroke volume with number of cardiac cycles per minute, we will get cardiac output. Cardiac output, which is nothing but approximately 72 into 70 will be 5040 ml. Based on which we have given that the blood volume will be on average 5 liters in a person. Okay, thank you. This is about cardiac